Welcome back and welcome new viewers. This is an episode of Tuesday Time Bank where on a weekly basis I bring out vintage patterns as a time capsule reference. Also, I may talk about lost and found items and items of an interest. So today I will be talking about odd shape patterns. And I have a special treat. We have this one from the 1930s, and I have two from the late 1940s and from the early to mid 1950s. So stick around. And in reference, last week I had a pattern which I'm going to share to reference this point. Right over here, it's much easier to see in the design, or kind of like a printed design rather than having it with Our Lady models. So this is a lovely pattern that I do have. It is vintage from the 1930s. It's falling apart as most of them are, but just having it is a very special treat. So here we have 11 pieces, but I will tell you they're very hard 11 pieces. Right over here we get to see the skirt part, and this is probably from the middle part where it just goes down. And I have sewn clothes, several uniforms with the smocking nurses, and they have a little pointy area where two fabrics get together. Maybe in the next Tuesday Time Bank I'll bring it to reference it, but that's difficult. So I can only imagine in this era they're using very soft sheer material like Viole, which is a sheer scarf type material, cotton, light cotton, silk, and rayon. So the design, as you can see over here, is very beautiful and flimsy, just flowy, and that's what I really love from the patterns of or clothes from the 1930s. Look at that, so feminine, so beautiful, just go whisk away, waiting for the wind to come through and just adorn the flouncy and the movement in these designs. So odd shape right here, and I will come really quick here with the pattern. I'm taking it from the protective wrapper, and this is the one that I showed last week. And do you recall where I was talking about this really rare post 1940s or World War II? Anytime after a war, there is a lot of new innovation, a lot of new designs, and I think it's just a time of a lot of new things happening and rebirth, I would think. So right over here we have the pointy down triangle shaped pocket, and then we have it right over here as well. And in this dress or blouse, I think it is a blouse and a skirt design, it's kind of tricky because in those era, or in that era, it was a one piece dress, which looks like it should be a skirt and a top. But we have the triangle pockets, not square, triangle. And one of the amazing things that my daughter told me, this is the shape of a woman. The upside down pyramid or the upside down triangle, this is the shape of the woman, or reference to the woman. So I thought that was really something eye-opener from her, and if they used it with that intention, they knew it was going on, same as this one. So coming along with our next pattern of odd shape is this one right here. Talk about having it so difficult to bring forth a dress. The princess style dresses, they have just one, like this right here, just one. Over here we have a lot of upside down zigzag chevron look. And they kept on going with these odd shapes. So I happen to have these 3 patterns. So I can only imagine how many other patterns are out there with this design. It's very beautiful. It's very flattering. It looks like right here. All the attention with the extra fabric or decoration, like you see right here, probably a trim or just the sewing right here. So I'm going to bring it back so that you can enjoy the design and not having too close right here. And the neck or the collar is really high up. This right here really reminds me of the dresses that Grace Kelly was wearing in the movies. So let me know if you see that reference too. And also, she kind of does look like Grace Kelly. Short hair, blonde, and beautiful rhinestone earrings. So very, very beautiful. Nice reference, even though it probably wasn't her, or it was probably inspired. So over here on the side, we have a very cute little design with the collar with dainty little bows. I think it's so darling. It would have been nice to put some down here. And on the other side, more of a structured, more of a this reminds me of a librarian. This gingham, this probably black and white, or probably navy and white gingham, or probably houndstooth material that would have been lovely with wool. I can only imagine that. It's just lovely. And this one, heavy velvet. That's what kind of color comes to mind with this dress right here. High collar and a nice little bow. And let's take a look at the pattern. It's one of the things that I like to do. This one is also falling apart very, very badly, as you can see here. So I'm going to be so gentle. And it almost looked like it was blank because this is how I saw it. So when I said and, like, oh wow, they did this in the 50s. So here it is. They did have the print and the directions. So let's take a quick look at the instructions. Oops, I am kind of moving things along over there. And this will only take about a minute. I am just curious if it's a dress or if it's a top and a skirt. So right over here, we're going to look at it really quickly. So we're doing the blouse is getting made right here. It says with right side, let me bring it here so you can see what I'm reading. Let me make sure that you can see it. Okay, yes, right there to the left. With right sides together, stitch facing to lower edge of the bodice. Matching centers front and back, trim seam, clip to small dot at the inner corner. So that is that area right there. And then it says turn facing to inside press. And then the skirt, we get to see the information about the skirt. And over here, this is what I wanted to see. Joining bodice to the skirt. There we go. So it is a dress. So it's very interesting. It looks like they did do it. It's complete. It could have been a blouse on its own because they have very special fold in there and bias tape, and then they pressed it. So when they put it over here along with the skirt of course being done, they just sewed it on top of it. And the skirt does have, I do believe that the skirt also has some rough edges. So right there, they were adding it together. Then they put the zipper, the I guess that's how they did a tie, and then they worked on the sleeve. So very, very interesting. It says right here, waistline stay, cut gross gain. Oh, the ribbon, that's what it is. Cut gross gain ribbon for a waistline stay at the waist, measuring plus 1 inch. Narrowly hem ends. On inside, pin center and stay along waistline, placing ends at the back opening edge. Track stay to draft to darts and seam. Fasten ends with hook and eye. So the hook and eye is probably, where is it? This little design right here. It looks like a rope. Where is it here? Right there. So very interesting, beautiful dress. There is the answer. It did take longer than a minute. I apologize. So with that, we're just going to take one last look at these lovely dresses. And if I can go back a little bit, we can see them all in one go. Let me take this right here. So there we go. 1930s, lovely. And these are all advanced very hard because of the pointy edges and the extra work. Nothing like this right here. I suppose if you put fabric or tulle or light cotton and just turn it inside out and then just fold the top, this would be easy. So that would be easier to do with this one. I really do like it. I don't think I would want to be wearing this now in the year 2024 or 2025, but without these triangle pockets, this is something nice that I would wear. This right here, I do remember I did have a dress similar to this, now that I think about it, but I'm not sure that it had the zigzag, and that was in the mid 80s. So I did have that, a very beautiful dress, and it did have buttons all the way down. Very beautiful body hugging, and who knows what happened to that dress. I love that dress. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining me. This has been a very interesting Tuesday Time Bank with basically 3 different decades, but all in common with these very hard, odd shaped dresses. So let me know, what do you think? When I saw this, I did forget that I had it until I see it again. And that's the reason for Tuesday Time Bank. Thank you for joining me. Soon I'll be doing dresses, and I probably will start with the smaller ones, like for children and dolls. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed and you're back in my channel, subscribe. There's a lot more coming soon. Thank you, everybody. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. The shares are helping this channel grow, and that's what I'm working each moment of the day. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.